What's going on? What's happening, fellas? It's your boy KD. Let's get right into it, man. So today we're going to talk about how to stop being a nice guy and turn into a real man. So if you want to use the terms beta male or alpha male to help you distinguish the difference between these two type of men, go ahead, fellas. You're more than welcome to. But we have to be honest. There are some downsides to being a nice guy. Okay, there is nothing wrong with being nice. There's nothing wrong with being a gentleman or being a kind person. Some guys have gone too far with this and simply become nice men. Okay, and we all know, there's classic sayings, nice guys finish last, women don't respect nice men, and those sayings are true, fellas. And so the best thing you can do for yourself and to get the best results out of life is to stop being a nice guy and be a real man. So I'm going to give you guys about 3 examples today of how to stop being a nice guy and turn into a real man. Let's get right into it. The first thing about nice guys, what you guys got to understand is nice guys are very dependent. When it comes to the dynamic of relationships, nice guys usually need women to feel fulfilled. So I just want to tell you guys this. I am very conflicted about this. All right. And the reason why is because I'm purple pill. Okay. There's red pill, blue pill, and purple pill. I'm a purple pill guy. I love relationships. So I like being with a woman. Okay. I have no problem being in a relationship, and it doesn't make me feel more or less of a man when I'm in or not in a relationship. But there are some guys out there who absolutely need a relationship to be fulfilled as a man. So I'm going to tell you guys this. As a man, a woman is only a byproduct of life. A woman should not be your world, okay? Especially when you're in a relationship. There's many downsides to that. Because the simple fact about it is once a woman finds out that she is your world and she is your everything, you can't function without her. You can count your days, fellas. Count your days, because eventually she will leave you. I've told you guys this many times. As much as women say with their mouths that they want to be first in your life and they want to be your everything and they don't want you to be able to breathe or survive without them, fellas, that is wrong. Sometimes they tell you this in the form of a test because they want to see how you're going to react. Sometimes they say this because it's their current emotions and that's how they feel at the time. But on the long-term game, fellas, on a large spectrum, women do not want to be first. They want to know that you are fulfilled with and without her. They want to know that you have a life without her. Why? Because that signifies a real man. Real men don't need women. Real men are completely happy and satisfied with being alone. I'm not saying being lonely, but being alone, meaning real men do not need relationship. You can call this an alpha male. Alpha men don't need relationships. Even though they may desire a relationship or they may want a relationship, they love the company of a woman, which most men do. But real men, alpha men, do not need a relationship. Okay, that's a simple fact about it. So a lot of you guys walk around, I need a woman, I need a woman. Where's my girlfriend? How do I get women? How do I get women? If you're not where you want to be physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, a woman should not be your priority. I'm not saying you shouldn't want a woman and you shouldn't desire a woman, but you should not feel unfulfilled without one. You should be fulfilled on your mission. You should be feeling fulfilled on your purpose and accomplishing and conquering things. Then a woman comes next. So one of the biggest differences between a nice guy and a real man, an alpha and a beta, is the fact that beta men, they need women to feel fulfilled. And if they don't have a woman, it's like this lack in their life. It's like something's missing. Okay, guys? So women, like I said, women are not, life is not all about women. Although women are very important, life is not all about women. Just like life is not all about money. Although money is very important, life is not all about money. Okay, guys, so a true sign of a real man is whether or not he feels that he absolutely needs a woman in his life. The next thing that nice guys do that real men don't do is nice guys whine and complain. And in most cases, nice guys will whine and complain in order to get the sympathy of others. Nice guys usually have this negative aspect or negative outlook or attitude on life. Okay, they feel like everybody is out to get them. They feel like everything is somebody else's fault. They always blame, they always complain, they always whine about things. Okay, real men don't whine and complain. Real men don't blame other people. No matter what's going on in life, no matter how traumatic or hard or difficult life is, real men keep a positive outlook on life. All right, guys, you want to know if you're a real man or not? Let something bad go on in your life. Let something traumatic happen in your life, and how you respond to it will show you how real of a man you are. I always say this: nice guys aren't really nice guys. They're really toxic ass dudes that portray this nice guy thing because they think it's socially accepted. Okay, guys, because what you'll find about nice guys is as soon as something bad happens to nice guys, they're usually the ones bitching and complaining. They're usually the ones whining or having a negative attitude towards it. All right, it's like an example. I'll give you a good example. Let's say you got two guys, okay? You got a nice guy and you got a real man, and both of them see a beautiful woman. Normally, this is not always the case, but normally when a nice guy tries to approach that woman, if he does try to approach that woman and she rejects him, he's going to have a negative attitude towards it. He's going to say something like, all women want is money, and women are gold diggers, and women don't know what they want, and all this stuff. Okay, guys, that is a nice guy reaction to something bad happening. A real man, if a real man approaches a woman and she rejects him, the first thing a real man gonna think is it's her loss. Okay, but he's not gonna have a negative he's not gonna have a negative attitude towards it. He's just gonna probably assume that she's in a relationship, or he's just not her type. Okay, but he's gonna keep a positive outlook on it. Okay, guys, so you gotta understand, when bad things happen, you cannot whine and you cannot complain. That is beta male tendencies. That is beta male behavior. Okay, guys, so another big difference between nice guys and real men is nice guys complain and whine when they don't get their way. When unfortunate events happen, nice guys, they bitch about it. All right, real men, yeah, we may be upset. It may be disappointing. It may be a little bit frustrating, but we don't outwardly project this to other people. We don't make other people feel the pain that we feel. We don't complain or try to get people on our negative bandwagon just to make us feel good, and to get sympathy from people. Like when bad things happen to me, I don't want sympathy from people. I don't want people to feel sorry for me because I don't want to feel sorry for myself. Okay, real men, we don't feel sorry for ourselves. If you call yourself a real man or an alpha man or whatever you call yourself, the last thing you want to do is feel sorry for yourself. And you definitely don't want other people feeling sorry for you. I don't care what happens in your life. Be a real man. Handle it. Face it. Sit down for a couple of minutes and assess everything that's going on and handle it accordingly. Last difference between, and there's many, many more, fellas, but I'm only giving you 3 today. Last difference between nice guys and real men. Nice guys have no boundaries, guys. No boundaries, no parameters, and no standards. Because nice guys have no boundaries or parameters, they usually will simp for women just to get sex and approval. This is probably one of the most obvious behaviors and the differences between nice guys and real men. When nice guys meet a woman and they want to have sex with her, they will do and accept anything and everything just to get this woman's approval, just to get on her good side. And one thing they do not know how to do is say no. Say no. When they're being disrespected, they don't know how to say no. When they're being insulted, they don't know how to say no. When they're not being treated correctly, they don't know how to say no and walk away. Okay, guys, so if you call yourself a real man and you don't know how to walk away from an experience or a person or a situation or a relationship that is not benefiting you, you're not a real man. Okay, guys, real men, even though a real man wants a woman and he thinks she's beautiful and he might be in love with her, if that situation or that relationship is not benefiting his life and is not complementing his life for the better, he will get rid of it. But nice guys will tolerate bad behavior, disrespect, and amongst a bunch of other things just for a woman's approval. Guys, I started the video off where women are not everything. Life is not all about women. So you do not, fellas. And you gotta understand, and you gotta feel it. And I know some of you guys, I don't care how alpha you are, you've been at a stage in your life where you simped before. I've simped before. I've did some simp things before. And that is the worst feeling in the world. Or at least to me, it's the worst feeling in the world, bro, to simp for a woman and to lower and emasculate yourself just to get sex from a woman. And at the end of the day, women don't even respect men like this. Okay, they don't even take men serious like this. All right, guys, the men that women take the most serious is the men that know how to say no. It's the men that know how to tell a woman that was the stupidest thing you've ever said. Not in a disrespectful way, but just to let her know he's not going to agree with everything she says or does. And I'm going to be honest, the women that have respected me the most in my life were the women that I was able to walk away from when I wasn't respected. Simple as that, guys. It's crazy how it works, because most guys think if they stay with a woman and adhere to her and obey her and be submissive towards her, she's gonna like him or want him more. That is totally not the case. That is totally not the case. Okay, guys, this is the thing about women, G. And this video is not really about women, but this is what some of you guys gotta understand. Women will rather you dismiss her and tell her no and get rid of her because she disrespected you. She will rather that versus you stay with her and emasculate yourself, okay, and turn yourself into less of a man just to try to keep her happy. They will rather you leave, G. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of men think that you got to be an asshole to not be a nice guy. You don't have to be an asshole, but you do have to be honest. You do have to be straight up. And you can't be afraid to speak your mind to people, okay, especially to women. I always say this, guys, you got to be ruthless, okay? Real men are ruthless. Real men are not only ruthless to other people or with other people, but they're also ruthless with and to themselves. Okay, just like you got to tell people that you won't tolerate certain things, or you're not going for certain things, or not to disrespect you, or not to talk to you any type of way, you need to do the same with yourself. That's another big difference between nice guys and real men. Nice guys are too nice to themselves. Nice guys will let themselves off the hook. A nice guy will promise himself something that he's going to do something, and then when he doesn't, he will make an excuse and let himself off the hook and not hold himself accountable. So if you can't hold yourself accountable, it is going to be nearly impossible for you to hold somebody else accountable. Simple fact about it. You can't hold anybody accountable if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable. Okay, guys? And if you do try to hold somebody else accountable while you're not holding yourself accountable, it's going to be very tyrannical and very negative towards those people or that person. Simple fact about it, guys. You got to stop being a nice guy. Nobody respect nice guys. People respect good men. Good men, not nice guys. There's a big difference. For the most part, nice guys aren't even really nice guys. They're usually really toxic, cynical individuals who pose as nice guys just to win the favors of others, fellas. All right, so don't be a nice guy. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Shout out to all the new subscribers, guys. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't liked this video, please hit that like button and share this video with a homeboy that this will help out. It's your boy KD. We out of here, baby.